He turned this into one of his best years on the PDC. He's already picked up 2 Euro Tour titles. He's yet to win on the floor, but he's playing brilliantly. And he genuinely believes that this might be the year that he breaks his duck in one of the big TV major events. And with the way he's playing, it's difficult to argue. It could well be the year that Chizzy does it. I love being in the comms box when I've got a person who's got experience of being on the tour at the same time as Dave Chisnall is alongside me. Because, yes, there is talent all over the place. But this man in yellow, even major champions and multiple title winners have sometimes watched him play, practiced with him, played against him, just seen him in action and gone, this bloke is unreal. I can't do that. He has that ability to inspire awe in even great players. Is that the same with you, Glenn?
Yeah, he's a real character, first of all, and fantastic on the practice board. But he is one of them players who has transferred that practice starts onto the main stage, and he's beginning to really demonstrate all his qualities in 2023. And like I said, you're so delighted. Dave Chisnall, Steve Beaton, John Henderson, Johnny Clayton, they're the types of guys. No one has a bad word against him. But when he gets on that stage, his scoring when he's at his best is absolutely massive. As a darting coach, that's a different, because I tell you what, he does everything that he shouldn't be doing as a quintessentially perfect dart player. But boy, does it work.
Certainly does. And despite the 177 for Pascal Rupprecht, he's been outscored in this opening leg.
434.
He's right there waiting if Chizzy makes a mistake.
Again, after only 12 darts, they're leaving a dart or a double. Perfect marker. Shiwally.
No score.
Well, it wasn't going in because it clipped the marker dart. So maybe it wasn't a marker dart, it was too close perhaps. Rupprecht looking at tops for a break of throw. Moving. Is that because he doesn't like it?
60.
Yeah, must have been.
He was literally looking at the left-hand side of that double top only. And when things are going your way for someone like Chizzy, maybe 2 years ago, someone would have hit the double there against him. He'll feel that maybe the luck's on my side as well. So not only is he playing well, he's also got a little bit of luck, because you don't expect your opponent to miss on that European stage.
He's probably fortunate, really. The last dart didn't stay in the single 18 as well, because he gets to go back to double 18, which he likes, and he knew if he missed inside, he'd have double 9 as a backup.
Game on.
Yeah, if there's one frustrating thing as a dart player, it's whistling. That's the one thing that can really irritate you. You can be so strong, you can work on your game. Let's look at Dimitri Vandenberg, who for years and years has worked on the mental aspect of the game. And you can go up there thinking, I'm going to be as strong as possible, I'm playing well. Demonstrated with another maximum from Chizzy. And when someone whistles on a double, boy, it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's the one. I don't mind partisan crowds. I don't mind the booing, the jeering. I actually think it adds something to the contest when you've got that dynamic. But it's the whistling that is so aggravating.
Yeah, it is. There was such a wonderful crowd here yesterday. Very knowledgeable. Oh yes.
100.
Dave Chisnall. Back-to-back 180s. That does not surprise you with the way that this man scores. He is a 9-dart machine. He's hit 2 on the European Tour already in his career. The last man to hit one in Belgium last year on the way to the title. Can he produce another perfect leg here? He might do, Dave Chisnall. But he doesn't get the treble 19.
He's supposed to be this nervous in the comms box. That's great. You can relax yourself now. That smile is so important in all seriousness as well, because whatever tension was in his body there, because when you're going for treble 19 after 7 perfect darts, your body's not the same. You're playing on instinct. He's done it many, many times, and you're thinking of all the good times of that treble 19 there, but
57.
But once again, after 9 darts, just 16. But look at that reaction.
Well, double top for an 11-darter.
40.
Well, he's going to get more opportunities.
You get to the stage where you become hypercritical of players now. So the only thing, I guess, has been a little bit of a weakness right now is just a little bit on the doubles.
96.
Just the 1 from 6, and that's the only thing to put right, because Scary numbers on the first 9.
Oh dear, Dave. Single 3 for double 1. Attack it.
No
You know
score.
what? If you're going to miss, better miss inside than outside in that position.
90.
Goes back to double 10.
Pascal, his mindset will be, I'm probably going to bullseye in the last dart. Oh, I don't know about that. Double 10.
80.
Nearly.
Very, very brave, Dan.
It was brave. Look. Unwise, but not illegal, perhaps. As Chizzy looks at double 10. That's a bit of a blocker. He started this leg with 7 perfect darts. And he might lose it because he has missed and missed and missed on the double.
How many times do you see someone on a 9 dart and lose the leg? Because your mind is probably still on the 1-4-1. But Pascal, big moments in this match.
Oh,
8.
Pascal.
When you get them opportunities, Dan, especially against a real informed player like Chizzy, you have to execute.
Well, this is new for Pascal. It was only his first ever win on the Euro Tour yesterday. Right.
Yeah,
And finally, Dave Chisnall gets over the line in this leg to double his advantage at 2-0. He has missed 12 darts at double already in this match, Chiz.
Yeah, when we talk about Chizzy's form, Dan, last 21 games he's played, he's won 17. I talked an awful lot yesterday about how difficult this tour is. And to have stats like that, he's scoring phenomenally well right now. He's averaging over 130 with his first 9. He's not stupid. He knows that if he can just tidy up his doubles, he'll be absolutely
95.
fine. Potentially going all the way again. It's been a great Euro Tour in 2023 for him.
Yeah, well, Dave Chisnall is the man who holds the Euro Tour record average of around the 118 mark.
140.
And look, he's not going to trouble that after throwing a 21 darter at a 16 darter in the first 2 legs. But the thing is, he could have been at those numbers if he'd been decent on the double.
6.
But very similar to Josh Rock and the conversations we're having in game 1. For me, Saturday's just about getting through. There's something really special about the final day of the Euro Tour. Very special. And if you can just get on a 6-0, 6-1 win without the massive averages, it's just a case of job done. Come back tomorrow, prepare well. Just about getting over that line, I guess, for Saturday.
140.
Yeah, real international flavour to this little section of the draw, because you've got Dave Chisnall versus the German Pascal Rupprecht, and the winner plays either Belgian number 1 Dimitri Vandenberg or Polish number 1 Ratajski. And how about this, Chiz?
127.
I mean, sensible play, but I thought for a moment, after all the misses at double, he might just think, why not?
Mature Chiz.
60. Maybe require 40.
So double top for 3-0. Double 10 again. And this time he gets it right. Dave Chisnall with a 15 darter, stretching his legs and stretching his lead in this match. Pascal Rupprecht only averaging low 80s here. He's not looking as solid as we've seen him. Yesterday, he really impressed me against Christian Kist, picking up his first win on the Euro Tour, and it's only his 3rd Euro Tour experience. This is a guy who just playing professional darts is still very new to him. Oh, the old handstand darts, the Dutch call it.
You get the feeling Chizzy's been practicing on treble 20 in the players' area.
I tell you what he does need to practice. He needs to practice getting his darts to stick in the board, because it's not happening for him. He's getting a lot of bounce outs, he's getting a lot of weird deflections. And he's convinced it's not the equipment, it's something he's doing with his throw.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Just got the perfect vantage point here where I can see all the throws there. But listen to the dart going in the dartboard. That'll tell you an awful lot as well. If you can get the time right. It's not about power.
44.
I always believe that timing supersedes power in the throw. But just listen to the darts going in. And sometimes they're just going in when you really want that oomph of the dart going in.
Well, expand on that, Glenn, because you're the expert. When you talk about timing, is that about everything in the throw working in sync so that the dart flies truer? It's not fishtailing about, it's not going in at a weird sort of angle, and you're going to get that satisfying thud, a bit like Pascal gets.
Rhythm is the dancer. and just using that wrist and fingers, just release that release point. Has to be absolutely perfect. But for Chizzy, he does things that, you know, if he walked in and came to see me, I'd be like, you can't do that. But he breaks all the rules. And he produces darts like that, but just listen to the dart going in. And is everything working in sync? From that point of release, your wrist and fingers working together. Definitely not about the darts, the points. I don't believe that in what I'm seeing here.
16.
Well, Dave Chisnall is at his third 180. And he is tearing off into the distance here because he might have got all his missed doubles out of the way early doors in this game. It is 4-0. We've already seen a 6-0 today. And with the way this game is going, we might be seeing another.
Seeing this treble 20 so big. And you go up there in your eye line, you're just seeing the treble 20. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And he'll go back, I don't think the word strategise will ever come into Dave Chisnall's vocabulary, but I think he'll look back and he'll be working and he'll be thinking, look, I can improve on my doubles. But I'm telling you, he looks in great shape right now.
He's missed 14 darts at double, he's averaging 96. Scoring like a dream.
See, only Chizzy can throw the dart like he does.
96.
I'm watching each dart here from this fantastic point I've got here. And he's not even throwing it, he's stopping halfway, but it's part of his DNA. If John Henderson come to see me, I'd ask him to stop rocking and rolling.
96.
Not everybody's got their own idiosyncrasies, and Chizzy's is absolutely his own. But to summarise, he looks great. 24 times he's played on the Euro Tour this year and won 18.
42.
I'm telling you, that is an unbelievable statistic because of the quality that's here.
Yeah, lost out in the final in Prague to Peter Wright.
57.
Denied a third Euro Tour title of the year. I mean, it may still be the European Tour of Chiz this year. We've seen players dominate. Often it's been MVG, sometimes been Peter Wright. Luke Humphreys was last year, but Dave Chisnall is the leading player on the European circuit this year, and there's no sign of him slowing down.
And isn't it great to see? Just a great person, just a wonderful character.
95. David
You just want good things to happen to Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, universally adored, and not just for his insane darting ability. This for a 14-darter. The misses have stopped, and Pascal Rupprecht's campaign is going to come to a shuddering halt as well. There is no way back from 5-0 down against Dave Chisnall playing like this. We are not in a situation like we saw yesterday with Matters Razma, or we thought Gabriel Clemens very nearly pegged back from 5-0 up. You just cannot see it.
I was so impressed with the non-siege yesterday.
140.
I thought today was just going to be really, really tight once again. But the seeds are coming out. So Josh Rock, demolition job. Chiz is doing the biz.
100.
He's got first 9 average of nearly 120, Dave Chisnall. So every single leg on average, he's leaving 140 after 9 darts. And that, you know, all that means is hit a ton, you're on tops after 12 darts. You're that every single leg. You're forcing your opponent to hit 12 darters to break you, and they're going to have to produce something special just to hold their throw.
95.
My main practice routine was, you know, winning 15, breaking 12, winning 15, best of 21. That was my invisible man. That was my secret of when I was playing my best dart. You just feel that's what you need to do with Chizzy. If you can't do 12 darters against Chizzy right now, you're going to take a bit of a beating.
Well, I think there's look, Pascal Rupprecht's first game on the Euro Tour ended in a 6-0 defeat to the European champion Ross Smith. Then he lost his next game, he got some legs. His third game, he won. This is the first time he's played in the second round. And it looks like he's going to lose this. He might lose it right now. Oh, it's just the wrong side of the wire. But Pascal Rupprecht continues to make steady, if unspectacular, progress on the professional circuit after making astonishing and spectacular progress in the last 2 years.
Listen to that crowd. 5 of his winning legs yesterday with his last dart. Wasn't very quiet this time. And the volume's been turned up here, and look at his reaction. So sportsmanlike is Chizzy there. You don't want, I mean, people say you don't want to do a demolition job. Chizzy wanted to win this game 6-0, don't worry. But he's in total control. He feels good. There's no panic.
80.
told me it was the greatest tour in the world, Dan, and yesterday has just been absolutely brilliant. I don't think I appreciate it enough as a player. I think sometimes you're in a bubble, you're in a zone, you're doing your own thing, you're back at the hotel.
Well, that's quite interesting because obviously, people watching at home and us here in the comms box, we're watching every game here. We're seeing not just the standard of darts, but we're seeing the stories that develop. We're seeing the rise of certain players. We're seeing the struggles of other players. We're seeing some players burst on the scene from absolutely nowhere. But a lot of that gets missed when you're in the practice room because you're just focusing on your game, your match, your little section of the draw. But this is the platform that launches players into superstardom nowadays. We've seen it with the likes of Luke Humphries. It was the platform Peter Wright used to get himself to being a major champion. And Pascal Rupprecht, maybe not today, maybe not this weekend, but keep an eye out for him. Because it is an incredible story we're seeing develop with this young man from Bielefeld in Germany.
And you just get the sense he's enjoying every second. And how can you not in front of this crowd?
Why not? Ooh, how about this?
Good.
How about this, Pascal Rupprecht? Dave Chisnall, I don't think he's going to take 146. I'll go the tricky way.
When I said Chizzy's not panicking, he raised that.
Well, hold in 5 visits, break in 4 visits. That's the invisible man that Glenn Durrant always used to try and beat on the practice board. Now, Pascal Rupprecht has just held in 5 visits and broken in 4 visits.
I think what I'm also learning is you have to be hypercritical right now with players this good. And you do that finish, and then you come back with a score of 47. And you feel like all that hard work, and Chizzy's going to punish with a single treble visit there. But he's back in it again. Game on.
I confidently dismissed Pascal Rupprecht's chances of mounting a comeback a couple of legs ago. I'm still sticking with it, but he has shown some character. And he's shown some real talent. But Dave Chisnall, a 5th 180. We're only in leg 8.
He's 247th of the year. He's looking for 250 180s this week. That's not too far away.
61.
His scoring's big. He's playing well. He's full of confidence. We're just getting on the plane, getting to the hotel when you know you can win a tournament. It's a great place to be, Dan. I think that's why I get so upset with a lot of the social media posts now. It's a good lifestyle. It's tough when things aren't going right. Very, very tough. Get back on that practice board and be inspired by people like these two for different stories. 136 for Chiz. What a way to finish. Good. Dave Chisnall, absolutely sensational. The European Tour ornament at #1 continues to